Hello, Julie here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining me, and I hope if you enjoy this video you will come back and watch some more, or maybe even click that subscribe button. Okay, so I'm going to work on some frames today, some like Polaroid frames. I got these products from Benecreat and I thought I'd do something with them. Now I've used this die, and it doesn't have a name, it's only got a number, but I'll put a link in the description box below to all the products I use, so that will be down there. And I've cut it 3 times. Now the die actually comes, I'll just show you this quickly. So it comes with 2 frames like that, which of course cut that one, that's that one, and that one. But then it also comes with this die, and I have used this die to cut that pattern out of the bottom of this frame. So it started off like that, and I've cut that out of there, and I've got that. So, and it also of course has this die that cuts this out. I cut 2 of those out. I don't know whether I'll use them or not, but I thought, well, I was cutting anyway, so I'd cut and see what happened. See if I need them when I get to that stage. So, being Polaroid frames, I thought what I would do is add some acetate to them, of course. But before I do that, I'm going to back this one and this one with some pattern paper. Now, the pattern paper I'm going to use is from my first freebie, digital freebie, which is this one. And so I'm going to use that to, I'll put a link to that in the description box below too. That will be free for you if you'd like to download that. So I thought I might put that on there like that, for example. So I'll just run a bead of glue around. Oh, do I want to do that? No. What I should do probably is cut this. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this out of this. Should have thought about that before, shouldn't I? But I'll do that and then I'll come right back. Okay, so I've cut that, and now I'm going to attach that on top of that. Or, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I was thinking I could put the acetate between the 2, but I don't think I will. I want an ink in there. It'd be a bit hard to get into, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm just going to glue that now. Looks like I've left my pin off my glue. Quite a cute little frame, I think. Pretty happy with it, and it cuts like a dream. I've got 2 big shots, one electric one and one normal one, and I've cut this on both of them and they both cut perfectly. Some of these fiddly dies can be, well, just that, a bit fiddly and tedious about, you know, running them through and putting shims and all that sort of gear with them. But this one does not. I got 2 dies from Papercraft and I've cut both of them and they both cut beautifully. I'll show you the other one. Probably going to be quite a few bits and pieces that I've missed there, but I can't do much about that. I'll find them, I guess, as I work along. Line that up nicely, and found to be plenty of glue oozing out. I want to make sure I've got that perfectly lined up. So you could put a solid colour behind that if you're looking for, you know, you want to highlight a certain colour. I think that looks really nice. I'm going to also do the same thing with this one, except I'm only going to put it a piece across the bottom. So I did have a piece here somewhere. Here we go. So I'm going to cut that. What I might do is just stick it on and then cut it out. I'll do that. These will make excellent little pocket fillers, you know, to put in your pockets, in your journals, or Happy Mail. Make a little pocket up with these in it. I see lots of uses for them. Lots of different ways to make use them as well, like different ways of decorating them. And so I want that to be over there. Make sure I've got all of that pattern covered. Like so. Then get my scissors. I'll use my long bladed scissors for this. Okay, so looks like that hasn't stuck there, but that might just be because it wasn't pressed down. So now I'm going to ink around the insides of those frames. Oh, I used this card to cut them. It says it's cream, but it's a very pale cream, which is fine. You know, when you put it alongside of that, which is a coffee dyed, well, a print of a coffee dye. So yeah, they're very pale, so they will go with just about anything. Okay, yes, now I'm inking around these, especially around the insides. You could use a finger dauber. It probably would be easier. It would get right into those corners, although this is doing quite a good job of getting into the corners. Because I've used it so much and it's so worn out, it's completely covered with ink. And that's the inside. I may as well do the outside as well. While I'm here, I'm going to add my acetate next, and I've got heaps and heaps of acetate, but when I was getting some acetate out, I came across part of a laminating sheet that I had laminated something with, and this was left over. So I thought I might try using that. It's a bit sturdier than the acetate that I've got, and yeah, so I might use that just to strengthen up my frames a bit, because this card is, I think it's 220 GSM, so it's sturdy, but it's not real sturdy. So I'm going to put this on fast forward while I ink around the rest of those. Okay, so I've inked around those, and now I'm going to cut my acetate. And I'm going to cut it so that it is, if I cut it 2 7/8, I think, 2 7/8 by 3. Just pop them out of the way. So this is what I was talking about. This is the laminated sheet. It's been through the laminator, and I'm going to try that because it is, you know, quite sturdy. So 2 7/8. Have I got 6 inches there? No, so I better go 2 7/8 this way. And 7/8 by 3. I want 3 of them, don't I? I was thinking I only need 2. is that? Not wide enough. So I did have another piece of normal acetate here somewhere. Here we go. That is almost... Oh. So that's 2 7/8 by 3. Okay, so now let's attach these to the back of my frames. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue around here. And then I'm going to take my... One's a 3-inch one, that way, that's got to go that way, and pop that down there like so, and then just brush out away from the frame so that the glue does not come inside the frame area. Be careful not to get it on your fingers like I just did. And that's one. Now we'll do the same for the other two. So that's our frame so far. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and use my pattern paper once again and cut 3 plain frames like this to put on the back, because I want to protect that layer there, and it will just hold that acetate in place a bit more firmly. Okay, so I've cut the 3 frames and I've inked around the inside of the frame there. Now I'm going to attach this to the other piece, enclosing the acetate in between the 2 layers. So careful to line them up. There we go. So now I'm going to ink around the outside of that. My glue needle's very sticky, or glue pin, so I might just wipe that off a bit before I put it back in. The little dangly bits stick to it when it gets too sticky. Okay, so now ink around the edge of that. Now I've already done the other 2, I did them off camera, I didn't think you needed to watch me do 3 of them. I did the other 2 exactly the same as I did this one. See a little bit of paper showing there, so I might just trim that off. Like so. That's not very good either, is it? Tell you, scissors are my down for? Or is it because it's not stuck down? Yeah, it's not stuck down, that's the problem. I'll just run a little bit of glue right along that edge where that little frame goes. And then wipe down that. The other side's stuck all right. Okay, so that's my 3 Polaroid frames. Now I'm going to decorate them a little bit. Okay, so I've gathered up some supplies and I'm going to use some of these floral stickers on the actual acetate, and I've got a bit of a collection here of other stuff that I can add. So let's start with the plain one. This probably getting these stickers off is not my strong point. So I'm going to pop this over to one side so it overlaps the frame. Comes down here a little. Just going to give it a bit of a rub with my bone folder, hoping that it will make a good connection and you know, you won't be able to see a lot of, there's air bubble there, so I'll try and get that out. Okay, so that's that one. It's overhanging a little bit there, so I'm going to trim that off. So, it might be easier if I did it this way. Okay. Now, a while ago I made these little clusters, and I'll pop the video in the description box below that shows how I created these. But I think I'm going to add one of those, so maybe that attached to there, like so. It's got a little bit of lace in it and just a stamp, some doily, book page, a button and a stamp, I said that, and it's got a bit of messy stitching on it. So I quite like that, so I'm going to pop that on there. I'm not going to put the glue so that it comes up above the acetate, and I'm going to let it hang down a bit because I'm not too concerned about, you know, edges and things like that. So that's what that looks like from the back. I was debating whether I should you know, put some pattern paper behind this and turn it into a pocket, so attach it on 3 sides and leave the top open so you can pop something in there. But I think if I just leave them like this, well, then the option's there when it comes time to use it. So that's that one. I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to do this one. I'm going to try and do some, you know, different sides, not all on the same side. So this one I think will be over there, and I'm not going to because of this decoration down the bottom, I don't think they need a lot. So I'm going to probably use some lace, probably more this lace I think. So you can still see through it like that. I might make it a little bit longer so it hangs over the edge. So maybe something like that, and maybe drop it down a little. because you can still see the pattern under that. And I've got lots of little things here. I've got some stamps. I was going to put some beads on a bowl pin and attach that, so I think I might do that on this one. Let me just grab some beads, just using these little seed beads. What colour should we use? A blue, maybe a blue. Okay, and a gold bowl pin. Okay, so that can go there, that can go there. Okay, so let's take this sticker off. I'm going to pop this on this side, wasn't I? Where did I put that other one? Yeah. So I'm going to put that on there. Once again, burnish it down nicely. Put it right down into those corners, or those edges. Probably could have been a little more careful about putting that down so that I didn't get any air bubbles in it. I seem to have managed this one okay. Okay, so that is that, and that is going to go across there like so. Sorry about the phone. I should put it on silent, but I forgot, so yeah. Now I've got some little tiny envelopes here, and I thought I might add one of those on there, but I need something else to go with it, I think. So maybe a label. Let's have a look what labels I've got in here. And it will go with those colourings. I don't want it too big. Probably too big, so what about something like that? Put something like that, but I think I'd like something a little bit bigger. Maybe that. It's not quite as long. No. Maybe something like that. Maybe put these more over this. I think I might move that so it's part of the cluster. So I'm going to put it more over here. And then I'll have a label and a little envelope like that on there, I think. Pop the envelope under that. I'm quite liking that, so I think that's what I'm going to go with there. So let's get some glue onto this. Bit of ink around the edge of this one. This label came from a printable set by Paper Inspirations, Sue over at Paper Inspirations. I think it's called Numbers Kit number 1 or something. Numbers for all occasions. I can't remember, but I can pop a link in the description box below if you're interested. And then this little envelope, which is all sealed up, it's only an artificial envelope. I'm just going to attach that onto that and on an angle like so. Okay, so that's our second little frame. So there's that one and that one. Now this one's got the decorative frame all around the top. So first of all I'm going to attach my floral sticker. I'm going to let that hang over the edge of the sticker and the bottom, edge of the frame and the bottom of the frame. Okay, now for this one, what am I going to do for this one? I've got some pretty lace here. Could let it cut off and hang that down. Hang it down below the level of the, like so. Sure which is the right side and which is the wrong side of this. I think that's the right side. Put that down there like so. And I'm just going to use these scissors, hopefully they cut, and try and trim that off a bit straight. Like so. Okay, so we've got our lace on there. Now what else do we want to put? What have I got here? I have got labels and more labels. I've got some stamps. Look at the stamp. That looks nice there. Good colour. I've got some floral fussy cuts, but I don't think this is the place for those. Maybe a ticket and maybe a butterfly. Let's try that. So, if you haven't got your flower on there, you could put something like that size on there and your stamp. That would make a nice little embellishment, and then maybe, you know, a ticket. Oh, there's a floral ticket. Up to the side, something like that, but that's too big for this one. So let's have a look what we have. I want something to go up, a tall something. So if I put that up there, and then my stamp there, and I could have a label. There's another ticket there. Well, let's have to reorganise this. Maybe something like that. There's just a little cluster there. So I'm liking that, so that's what I'm going to go with. I have got some butterflies here, some fussy cut butterflies. Now I've got a little one here. I could put that on there. I'll put it on that one, I think. And here's a little cute one. Why not put one on each, eh? Why not put one on each? And this one, and let's see what we've got in the store for that one. These are from Uniquely Creative. I think they're called Whimsical Butterflies or something like that. I'll put a link in the description box below for you for those. Okay, alright, so let's ink around these butterflies. And pop them down. Once again, I don't mind if the wings overhang the edge of the frame. I'd rather that than have glue showing on the acetate or through the acetate, so let's just wipe that bit of glue off of there. Oh, I didn't ink that one. Oh well, too late now. And now I'm going to assemble all of these. Okie dokie, so there we go. There's our three little, what do you call them, Polaroid frames, all decorated and embellished. Can't actually see much of the pattern underneath them, but this one you can see a bit more through the lace. So there we go. So that's my little project today using that great die from Benecreat. Everything I've used, I'll put a link in the description box below, although these flower stickers, I don't know where I got those. I did a video where I created these envelopes and used them on a side pocket. I'll link that video too if you like, and I'll also link the video for when I made the clusters. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you can join me for my next video. Okay, bye.